YouTube anime lovers. The Asterisk War episode 7 just got done watching it, and this anime is just keep exceeding my expectations, man. Like this is probably I would say top 3 anime of the season, but yeah, episode 7. Basically it's another Kirin episode, and we learned a lot about her in this episode. So this might be the last episode which, focuses all on her basically. So let's rewind to episode 6. We left off with Ayato and Kirin getting attacked by these mini raptors which breathe fire and can regenerate. They attacked the floor and Kirin and Ayato fell through. So now, they're in water. They fell in water, and now Ayato's swimming, to find a safe place they can chill at right now. So Kirin can't swim. That sucks for her. So Ayato's basically carrying her. Now I have to say those two women from that other school that Claudia introduced to Ayato and Julius. One of them is the mastermind behind all of this, and it's like a bitch move. Like she's doing all of this, the robots, the raptors. Yato even fights like a damn dragon in here just to like learn his moves and prepare to fight him, which sucks. Um, so basically, Ayato fights a big ass dragon while they're in the water, and he kills the dragon because he used his lux. But um, the I guess the chains, his limit was up, and the chains grabbed him, and that shit looked like it really hurt because he was like screaming and stuff. And Kieran ends up learning the secret that he can't go all out for more than 5 minutes. So that sucks. And then, like I said, we learned two things about Karen. The first thing is she likes Ayato. They was talking, and she basically asked him like, "You're fighting. Uh, why are you fighting?" He said to help someone. Basically, she was like, "Jealous. Oh, so you guys are in love, basically." He was like, "Well, I admire her, but it's not that yet." And then she just like, "Oh, so I still have a chance," basically. He was like, "What?" And she said, "Nothing." So Kirin likes Ayato right along with Julius, Kaladia, and Saya. It's kind of like a harem without you know, the harem action, I guess. Another thing we learned is that her past and why she's fighting. She's fighting to protect her dad. Her dad is a criminal for self-defense. One day they got robbed. Karen was held hostage. Her dad ends up, you know, killing the man, and it would have been for self-defense, which I think it should have been, but he's a genitalia, so basically they're in a world with, kind of racism against genitalia. It's not a race, but it's like a mutation to humans. So technically, Julius is a genitalia. Um, it's people who can control mana and prana. So obviously, people that can kind of use superpowers is genitalia. So with that said, he was taken in as a criminal. So she's fighting to help him. So they finally get out of the they finally get rescued by a rescue team, and Kirin talks to her uncle. Her uncle says, "I don't want you hanging around with Ayato anymore. It's going to be trouble for you." She says, "No, I refuse to." He says, "You defy me," and swings and smacks her. And she says, "I'm doing things on my own now." which I think is a brave move and probably the right move because her dad seemed like an asshole, and he seems a, like some of the things he said basically told me that he was behind a lot of stuff that got her father locked up, or probably why he's in prison still. But basically, she said she's doing things on her own. He basically said you wouldn't have got this far without me. That is true. But she says it's time for me to do things on her own, and she decides to fight her opponent, who Ayato. So the fight between Ayato and Kirin. Ayato gets his revenge, but I didn't like the way he did it. He used like three weapons, and I'm just is that fair? Like how many weapons can you use in a duel? All right, so Kirin was clearly like attacking him, had him on the fence. Then Ayato switches from the sword to a spear. Then he's attacked with the spear. Kirin attacks back. He throws the spear at her. She cuts it down. He pulls out like twin daggers. So they're fighting still. Kirin's still putting up a good fight. And he dropped the daggers. She's trying to attack him because she thinks she has him. He grabs her and basically, throw her on the ground. And he ends up winning. So that tells me Kirin isn't good hand-to-hand combat. But she's fast enough to cut you down if you don't have a distraction to get to her. And my thing is, it took that much just for him to attack her. So it's just like, wow, she really is the strongest fighter in probably the group. So I guess her first loss is against Ayato, and I guess he got his revenge. So with that said, they went back to like a room, and Claudia and Kirin comes in, and she asks, can she, basically train with them? It got funny because Jill was like, "What?" She was like, "This is news. You invited her to train with us?" And then Saya was like, "Bring it on. Come on, join us." And then Jules looked at Saya like, "You've been sneaking into our practice sessions too. So what the hell?" It was just funny because I was like, "Jules, you too nitpicky. Calm down." But I will say, I definitely like Saya. She's like the coolest person, and she ends up asking Kirin does she want to team up with her at the tag team fest, the tournament. So Saya and Kirin, that might be a better team than Julius and Ayato, to be honest. So Kirin is a monster at fighting, and Saya we don't know nothing about yet. We just know she got a big ass gun. So it might be pretty fucking good to see them go off against each other. But while they was in the room, basically, her uncle came back in, tried to get her to come back. She said no. He balled his fist up, tried to hit her. Ayato actually catches it and tells him she's doing things on her own. You have no business butting in now. So I think that's like a good way to start a friendship, and she's part of the group now, so it's four of them. Will Claudia join the group? I don't know. I'm still thinking about Claudia. Something just tells me not to trust her all the way, so I'm not sure about Claudia. But I will say this episode is pretty fucking good. Action, it had a lot of key moments with characters. I'm waiting for episode 8 already. I'm ready for it. It sucks waiting a week every week to watch this one episode. But with that said, that was episode 7. YouTube, what do you guys think about this anime? Are you watching it? Give me your thoughts in the comments below. Peace out.